In ancient times, from Britain to Japan, the kings of almost all countries in the world used various methods to show that they were God's representatives, or God's descendants. This is the famous theory of divine right of kings. It is strange. We know that Asian countries and European countries were very different in culture. Why did they use the similar theory? Because although these countries had different cultures and systems, only this theory could solve the problem of legitimacy of rule. In ancient times, every country in the world was ruled by a certain dynasty, and every dynasty had a founder. When the founder of the dynasty unified the country and became king, there was one thing he must explain to the people: why only the founder and his descendants were qualified to be the kings of this country. In professional terms, he must give a reason as the basis for the legitimacy of the dynasty's rule. First of all, let's analyze the reason why the founder became the king. The reason is simple. The founder defeated all the competitors by force, which meant that whoever had the strongest force could become the king. Could the king use this reason as the basis for the legitimacy of the dynasty's rule? Absolutely not, because this reason implied that as long as there were others who think they were stronger than the king, they could challenge the king. Wasn't it equivalent to encouraging everyone to rebel? Obviously, this reason was very unfavorable to the rule of the dynasty. Since the king couldn't tell the truth, he could only lie. There was a lie that was popular in any era. The king declared himself a wise king, and only he could make the people live a good life. Could the king use this reason as the basis for the legitimacy of the dynasty's rule? This reason did look perfect, but it still had a loophole. This reason implied that if the king was a tyrant, the people could revolt and overthrow him. Was there a perfect reason in the world without loopholes? Yes, and it was the only one. The king declared that he was God's representative, or God's descendant. Since the king was God's representative, opposing the king was tantamount to opposing God. How could mortals oppose God? Therefore, whether the king was benevolent or cruel, or even if the king was only a 3-year-old child, the people could only endure it and could not resist.
Precisely because it was the only reason without loopholes, we see a magical phenomenon that for thousands of years, the kings of all countries in the world had used only the theory of divine right of kings. It was not until the Glorious Revolution in England that the theory was gradually abandoned.